Hello YouTube! It is way too early for me to be doing this. It's not even 9. But it's the only time of the day I'm going to be able to do it, so figured might as well. I've been meaning to talk to you about finding a job in London, and I found a friend through YouTube and she's been looking for a job as well. So I thought that making this video might be more helpful to other people as well as cathartic for me. Finding a job in London was not easy. It was a lot easier than in Spain because I spent a year looking for a job in my hometown and didn't find anything, and right now I've got 2 jobs. I've had 3 for a month there. So obviously when you're in London, if you drop your CVs and do things right, jobs will eventually come to you. So don't despair. My first piece of advice is to do your CV. I did the European one. I'll put a link in the description, but it's basically you've got a template and you just fill up your details on that. And you do put a picture in it because there's a controversy about putting it or not. I did, and it's always better to do it, I think, unless you don't really look that good. The point is to be visible to the employer so they see you before hiring you, so they get a sense of how you are. CVs, dropping them everywhere. I did that the first month I was here. I printed it out and went everywhere, all the shops that I consider that I wanted to work in, drop it personally. And made a point of asking for the manager, and if we weren't there, just showing them the CV. I also did cover letters. I did one for bookshops and then just changed the header on different things, stores, and then a general one for retail, and I didn't even change the header for that one. I just said dear hiring manager on all of them. And I hand delivered all of those around Notting Hill and London, the centre of London, and I didn't get back. Like, no one called me back. So seeing as I was a bit desperate and had a lot of time in my hands, I decided to volunteer. There's an Oxfam bookshop here in Portobello Road. I went and said I wanted to volunteer. They took me in, and I volunteered for a month until I had a job interview. Selfridges called. I made the interview with them, and I think a big part of me getting the job was, one, my cover letter and how I was very enthusiastic about, working in a bookshop, but at the same time, I think they liked the fact that I was volunteering, because that meant that what they were willing to pay me for, I was doing for free. Which meant that I had dedication in that sense, and I think that's what mostly got me the job. At the same time, a boutique here in Portobello called me in to do an interview, and I passed it. So I had 2 jobs at the same time because I didn't want to leave the boutique until Selfridges said yes, but Selfridges took ages to confirm and then do an interview with the floor manager. So by the time Selfridges hired me, I couldn't leave the boutique, just say, hey, I've got another job, because by that time I already had ties to them. So I didn't. I kept working in both places for a month and a half until Christmas, and it was very, very, I don't think I could do that ever again. I think I'm still tired from that time, but still, the job, the experience I got from that, it's unmeasurable, and also a bit of money. So there's always something to do here, and the important part to remember is that if you are not in a position that you need the money to live on, then, and you're like me, an au pair, doing volunteer jobs, in meantime you get a job or you get an interview or whatever, it's going to look so good on the CV. You're going to learn a lot, because I did learn a lot while I was in Oxfam, and you get to know people, which is also a good way to make friends. So I can't stress enough how important volunteer work is, especially in this country. Boring video behind me, I know, but I just had to get all of this out and let it there in case someone else needs the information. So to sum up, CV, drop everywhere. If no interviews, then volunteer, and then just go through the interview as well as you can and wait for the job to present itself. Or if not, you just keep volunteering, because that looks really well on the CV anyway. Always hand deliver CVs. Try applications online, but they haven't worked out well for me either. There are free courses on lots of things in London, so just look for them. And I think that's it. All I can say. And then on the interview, just be yourself, be honest. That's worked for me very well, and work really hard. So that's it. I hope that helped, and goodbye.